Foods to avoid when suffering from early-stage kidney disease. Today, we're diving into a super important topic that could make a huge difference in your health. We're talking about the foods you need to avoid when dealing with early-stage kidney disease. Now, kidney disease is something that affects millions of people worldwide, and managing it can be tricky, especially when it comes to your diet. So if you're looking to protect your kidneys, or maybe you're caring for a loved one with kidney issues, this video is for you. A lot of people don't realize just how much what we eat can affect kidney function. Certain foods that may seem totally harmless can actually be doing more harm than good when your kidneys aren't functioning at their best. From high-sodium snacks to sugary drinks and even foods that are high in potassium and phosphorus, these can all make kidney problems worse. Today, we'll go over the top 10 foods to avoid, and I promise, this isn't just about cutting out tasty treats. I'm going to give you alternatives and tips for making your meals just as delicious without compromising your kidney health. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're all about improving health and making lifestyle changes that work for you. And don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you never miss a video. We've got a ton of health tips coming your way. All right, let's get into it. Grab a pen and paper because these tips are ones you'll want to keep in mind the next time you head to the grocery store. We're going to break down everything from what high-sodium foods can do to your kidneys to the hidden dangers of artificial sweeteners. Trust me, it's going to be eye-opening. So let's dive in and take control of our kidney health together. Number 1. High-sodium foods. When it comes to kidney health, one of the most crucial aspects to consider is the amount of sodium in your diet. High-sodium foods are particularly problematic for those with early-stage kidney disease because the kidneys are responsible for filtering excess salt from the body. When the kidneys are impaired, they struggle to remove this excess sodium, which can lead to dangerous fluid retention, high blood pressure, and even worsen kidney function over time. So what exactly counts as high-sodium foods? Think about processed and packaged items such as canned soups, salty snacks like chips, processed meats like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs, or even fast food and frozen meals. These foods often have sodium levels that are through the roof, way higher than you'd expect. It's not just about the flavor. Sodium is added as a preservative and flavor enhancer, making these foods even more enticing. But the consequences of indulging in them are severe. For example, just one serving of a canned soup or prepackaged meal can have up to 800 milligrams or more of sodium. That's about a third of the recommended daily limit. Over time, this overload of sodium can elevate your blood pressure, strain your cardiovascular system, and further damage your kidneys. And it doesn't stop there. High sodium levels can also interfere with your body's ability to balance potassium and calcium, which are also essential for kidney function. Instead, try to embrace fresh, whole foods like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Season your meals with herbs, spices, and low-sodium alternatives to maintain that flavorful kick without the health risks. So if you're dealing with kidney disease, it's absolutely essential to keep a close eye on your sodium intake and make healthier choices to protect your kidneys from further strain. Number 2. Sugary beverages. When it comes to early-stage kidney disease, sugary beverages are a hidden danger that can exacerbate your condition in a multitude of ways. These drinks, including sodas, energy drinks, sweetened teas, and even some fruit juices, are packed with added sugars that may seem harmless but can seriously harm your kidneys over time. First, let's talk about sugar. Consuming sugary drinks on a regular basis causes a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, leading to insulin resistance. For those with kidney issues, this is particularly concerning because the kidneys are responsible for filtering out excess sugar from the bloodstream. When the kidneys are already struggling, they can't process all that sugar effectively, which contributes to kidney damage. Beyond sugar's impact on blood sugar levels, these sugary drinks also have a direct link to obesity, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, all of which put a heavy strain on the kidneys. If you're regularly sipping on soda or sweetened beverages, you're not just harming your waistline, you're making your kidneys work overtime. Studies have shown that consuming large amounts of sugary drinks can increase your risk of developing chronic kidney disease and accelerate the progression of kidney damage in those who are already affected. What makes sugary beverages even worse is that they often don't provide any real nutritional value. Unlike eating whole fruits, which provide fiber and important nutrients, sugary drinks deliver empty calories that only contribute to weight gain and worsen overall health. Instead of reaching for that sugary soda, why not opt for refreshing alternatives like sparkling water with a splash of lemon, herbal teas, or simply water infused with fruits for that natural sweetness? Cutting back on sugary beverages is one of the most effective steps you can take to protect your kidneys and support your overall health. Number 3. High potassium foods. When managing early-stage kidney disease, one of the most critical factors to monitor is your potassium intake. Potassium is an essential mineral that plays a key role in maintaining proper muscle function, nerve signals, and heart health. However, for individuals with kidney issues, too much potassium can be dangerous. Normally, the kidneys filter out excess potassium, but when they aren't functioning at full capacity, they struggle to remove this mineral efficiently, leading to dangerous levels of potassium in the blood, a condition known as hyperkalemia. This can result in muscle weakness, irregular heart rhythms, and in severe cases, even heart attacks. So, what are the high potassium foods that you need to avoid? Some of the most common culprits are bananas, oranges, potatoes, tomatoes, and spinach. These foods are packed with potassium, making them great for most people, but for someone with kidney disease, they can quickly push potassium levels into the danger zone. Avocados, dried fruits like apricots and raisins, and even certain dairy products like milk and yogurt are also high in potassium. While these foods are nutritious and healthy for many, they can overwhelm the already struggling kidneys, leading to serious complications. It's important to note that potassium levels don't just come from whole foods. Processed foods and certain salt substitutes can also be high in potassium, so always check labels. Managing potassium intake doesn't mean completely cutting out these foods, but rather moderating your consumption and being mindful of portion sizes. Instead, you can turn to lower potassium alternatives like apples, strawberries, rice, and green beans to keep your meals balanced while protecting your kidneys. By making smarter food choices and being cautious of your potassium intake, you can help prevent kidney strain and keep your body functioning at its best. Number 4. Processed meats. When managing early-stage kidney disease, one of the most important food groups to be wary of is processed meats. While delicious, these foods, which include bacon, sausage, hot dogs, deli meats, and packaged cold cuts, can wreak havoc on kidney health, often contributing to a variety of complications. So, why are processed meats so harmful for people with kidney issues? For starters, they are packed with high levels of sodium and preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which not only increase your sodium intake, but also add unnecessary chemicals into your body that your kidneys struggle to filter. High sodium, as we've discussed earlier, can lead to high blood pressure, fluid retention, and can exacerbate kidney function decline. But that's not all. Processed meats also tend to be high in saturated fats and cholesterol, which can contribute to cardiovascular problems like heart disease, another condition that heavily strains the kidneys. This double threat of sodium and fat places an incredible burden on already weakened kidneys, making it harder for them to perform their essential functions of filtration and waste elimination. What makes processed meats even more concerning is their high protein content, which, although important in moderation, can overload the kidneys when consumed excessively. The kidneys need to filter the waste products that result from protein metabolism, and when they're overwhelmed by an excessive protein intake from these meats, kidney function deteriorates faster. Additionally, research has linked processed meats to an increased risk of developing chronic kidney disease over time due to the combined effects of high sodium, saturated fats, and chemical preservatives. So it's a good idea to minimize or even eliminate processed meats from your diet if you're managing kidney disease. Instead, opt for lean, unprocessed meats like skinless chicken or turkey, or plant-based protein sources such as beans and lentils. By making smarter kidney-friendly choices, you can reduce the strain on your kidneys and promote better overall health. Number 5. Alcohol. When it comes to early-stage kidney disease, alcohol is one of the most commonly overlooked factors that can worsen your condition. While moderate alcohol consumption may seem harmless to some, for individuals with compromised kidney function, it can be a serious risk. First, let's talk about how alcohol affects the kidneys. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production, which can lead to dehydration. For someone with kidney disease, dehydration can be particularly dangerous because it reduces the kidney's ability to filter waste and toxins effectively. This added stress on the kidneys can accelerate the decline in kidney function. Moreover, alcohol can raise blood pressure, which is already a concern for those with kidney disease, as high blood pressure can further damage the delicate blood vessels in the kidneys, impairing their ability to perform vital filtration tasks. But it doesn't end there. Alcohol also places a strain on the liver, and when the liver is compromised, it can affect the kidneys as well. The two organs work closely together, and liver dysfunction can lead to a buildup of toxins in the bloodstream that the kidneys then have to filter out. Another major concern is that alcohol contains high amounts of empty calories, which can contribute to weight gain, leading to obesity, which is a major risk factor for kidney disease. Excessive alcohol consumption can also lead to liver cirrhosis, which increases the risk of kidney failure. And if you're already on medications to manage your kidney disease, alcohol can interfere with their effectiveness or cause harmful interactions. While an occasional drink might not hurt, it's important to be cautious and mindful of how much you're consuming, as regular or excessive drinking can accelerate kidney damage. Instead, opt for water or other hydrating beverages, and limit alcohol to protect your kidneys and maintain overall health. Moderation is key. Your kidneys will thank you in the long run. Number 6. Foods high in protein. When managing early-stage kidney disease, it's essential to pay close attention to your protein intake. While protein is an essential nutrient for the body, for individuals with kidney disease, consuming too much can actually accelerate the decline in kidney function. Here's why. Protein is broken down into amino acids, which the kidneys must filter out of the bloodstream. For healthy kidneys, this process is no problem, but when the kidneys are compromised, they struggle to keep up with the increased workload. Consuming excessive amounts of protein can overwhelm the kidneys, forcing them to work harder and eventually leading to further damage. High-protein foods like red meat, poultry, fish, and dairy products are typically the biggest offenders. While these foods are an important part of a balanced diet for most people, for someone with kidney disease, they can contribute to higher levels of waste products like urea and creatinine in the blood, which can be toxic at elevated levels. In fact, many kidney specialists recommend reducing protein intake as a way to slow the progression of kidney disease and reduce the workload on the kidneys. But that doesn't mean you should eliminate protein entirely. The key is moderation and choosing high-quality sources of protein. Instead of focusing on red meats and fatty cuts of poultry, try incorporating plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, quinoa, and tofu into your meals. These alternatives provide the necessary protein without the added strain on your kidneys. Additionally, portion control is crucial. While a healthy individual may be able to eat a large steak without any issues, someone with kidney disease might need to limit their portion sizes to maintain a kidney-friendly diet. It's also important to balance protein intake with other nutrients, like healthy fats and carbohydrates, to ensure that your body still gets all the nutrition it needs. By being mindful of protein consumption and making thoughtful food choices, you can protect your kidneys from further damage and improve your overall health. Moderation and balance are the cornerstones of a kidney-friendly diet. Number 7. High-phosphorus foods. When managing early-stage kidney disease, high-phosphorus foods are an often overlooked but critical concern. Phosphorus is a mineral that plays an essential role in the body by helping with bone health and energy production. However, for people with kidney disease, consuming too much phosphorus can lead to a host of serious complications. Healthy kidneys are responsible for filtering excess phosphorus from the bloodstream, but when the kidneys aren't functioning properly, they struggle to remove it. This leads to elevated phosphorus levels, which can cause calcium to leach from the bones, weakening them over time and making them more prone to fractures. Moreover, high phosphorus levels can cause the mineral to accumulate in the blood vessels, leading to hardening of the arteries, a condition known as vascular calcification. This stiffening of the arteries raises the risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular problems, which can further strain the already compromised kidneys. So what are some of the high phosphorus foods to be cautious of? Common offenders include dairy products like cheese, milk, and yogurt, as well as nuts, seeds, beans, and processed foods. Phosphorus is also added as a preservative to many packaged and processed foods, so even items you wouldn't expect, like canned sodas and processed meats, can contribute to high phosphorus levels. In addition, many whole grains and cereals are high in phosphorus, which is another reason why it's crucial to read food labels carefully. For those with kidney disease, it's recommended to limit the intake of high phosphorus foods and focus on foods that are lower in phosphorus, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, and certain grains like white rice and pasta. To prevent phosphorus buildup, it's also important to talk to your healthcare provider about phosphate binders, which can help control phosphorus levels in the blood. By being mindful of phosphorus in your diet, you can significantly reduce the strain on your kidneys and protect your bone and cardiovascular health. Phosphorus may be a mineral that's easy to overlook, but for anyone with kidney disease, managing your phosphorus intake is key to maintaining overall well-being. Number 8. Caffeinated drinks. Caffeinated drinks, whether it's that morning cup of coffee, a fizzy cola, or an energy drink, are a staple for many people, but for those with early-stage kidney disease, these drinks can pose serious risks. Caffeine, while giving you a boost of energy, is a stimulant that affects the entire body, and when you have kidney disease, it can significantly worsen the condition. One of the main concerns is how caffeine impacts blood pressure. It's well known that high blood pressure is a major contributor to kidney damage, and unfortunately, caffeine can cause a temporary spike in blood pressure. For those already dealing with kidney issues, this additional strain can accelerate the decline of kidney function. Furthermore, caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production. While this may seem harmless at first, for people with kidney disease it can lead to dehydration. The kidneys are already struggling to do their job of filtering and balancing fluids in the body, and dehydration can make their job even harder. The more dehydrated you are, the more difficult it becomes for your kidneys to remove toxins and waste effectively. In addition to dehydration and blood pressure issues, caffeinated drinks, especially sodas and energy drinks, are often packed with added sugars and artificial ingredients, which can further harm your kidneys. Over time, the combination of caffeine's effects and the added sugars in these drinks can contribute to obesity, diabetes, and more kidney damage. But it's not just coffee and sodas that you need to worry about. Many so-called health drinks and teas contain added caffeine too. Even though caffeine may feel energizing, its long-term effects on kidney health can be quite harmful, especially when consumed in large quantities. Instead of caffeinated beverages, opt for alternatives like herbal teas, water, or even decaffeinated coffee to help keep your kidneys functioning at their best. Moderation is key. While an occasional cup of coffee might not hurt, regularly relying on caffeinated drinks is a risk you don't want to take when managing kidney disease. By reducing your caffeine intake and choosing healthier options, you can help protect your kidneys and improve your overall health. Number 9. Artificial sweeteners. When it comes to kidney health, artificial sweeteners may seem like a harmless alternative to sugar, but for those with early-stage kidney disease, they can be surprisingly harmful. These sugar substitutes, commonly found in products like diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and low-calorie foods, have become popular as a way to cut calories without sacrificing sweetness. However, research suggests that regular consumption of artificial sweeteners may actually put additional stress on the kidneys, making kidney disease progression worse. The most commonly used artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose, have been linked to a variety of potential health risks. For instance, some studies suggest that these sweeteners can disrupt the balance of gut bacteria, which plays a crucial role in overall health, including kidney function. When your gut microbiome is out of balance, it can lead to inflammation and even further damage to the kidneys. Additionally, while these sweeteners may not contribute directly to high blood sugar levels like regular sugar, they can still trigger insulin resistance, a condition where your body becomes less sensitive to insulin. Insulin resistance is a major factor in the development of type 2 diabetes, which is a leading cause of kidney disease. Furthermore, some artificial sweeteners are metabolized in ways that may release chemicals harmful to the kidneys. For example, aspartame has been shown to break down into compounds that can potentially affect kidney function, especially when consumed in excess. While occasional consumption of artificial sweeteners might not have a major impact, relying on them regularly can lead to long-term health consequences. Instead of reaching for artificial sweeteners, it's better to focus on natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit, which are plant-based and less likely to harm your kidneys. Additionally, moderating your overall intake of sweet foods and beverages is a wise strategy for better kidney health. Being mindful of what you consume and making informed choices can help protect your kidneys, ensuring they remain as healthy as possible. Number 10. High-fat foods. When managing early-stage kidney disease, one of the most critical dietary factors to watch out for is high-fat foods. While fat is an essential nutrient for the body, providing energy and supporting cell function, consuming too much of the wrong kind of fat can create serious issues, particularly when it comes to kidney health. High-fat foods, especially those rich in saturated fats and trans fats, are commonly found in processed meats, fried foods, fatty cuts of beef and pork, full-fat dairy products, and many fast food items. These types of fats contribute to an increase in cholesterol levels, which can lead to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. When the arteries become clogged and hardened, the blood flow to vital organs, including the kidneys, is reduced, and this can significantly impair kidney function over time. Not only do high-fat foods contribute to heart disease, but they also put additional strain on the kidneys. When your body processes high amounts of unhealthy fats, it can cause inflammation throughout the body, and this chronic inflammation can damage the kidney's delicate filtering units, accelerating the progression of kidney disease. But that's not all. Excessive fat consumption is closely linked to obesity, a major risk factor for kidney disease. Obesity leads to an increased risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, all of which can further harm the kidneys. Furthermore, high-fat foods can also raise the body's production of waste products like urea, which the kidneys must filter out. When the kidneys are already compromised, this additional workload makes it even harder for them to perform their essential functions. Instead of indulging in high-fat foods, it's important to focus on healthy fats found in foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and oily fish like salmon. These healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, are anti-inflammatory and can actually help protect the kidneys. Additionally, cooking methods like grilling, baking, or steaming are much healthier than frying, helping to reduce the overall fat content of your meals. By cutting back on unhealthy fats and replacing them with healthier alternatives, you not only protect your kidneys but also improve your overall heart health, reducing the risk of further complications down the line. The goal isn't to eliminate fats entirely, but to make smarter, heart and kidney-friendly choices to support your long-term health. Alright everyone, that's a wrap for today's video. I really hope you found these tips helpful and that you're feeling more empowered to make better choices for your kidney health. Remember, small changes in your diet can have a big impact, so take it one step at a time and always be mindful of what's on your plate. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice on managing kidney disease and living a healthier lifestyle. We've got plenty more content coming your way to help you on this journey. Also, feel free to drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to learn more about. I'd love to hear from you, and if you know someone who could benefit from this info, make sure to share the video with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and remember, your health is in your hands.